my crochet friends, this is Lady Jenna and welcome back to my channel. This week I'm going to be making the Crochet Your Own Kitten that I purchased from Dollarama for $4.50. It is made by Castle Craft. Already opened the box. This is all the materials that we received. We have our yarn, our needle, which is a 3.5 millimeter crochet. Now this is my third kit that I'm going to be making, so I know this is a good crochet for beginners. This is our fiber fill. We also have eyes and nose and an embroidery floss and our needle. Also have our crochet instructions in 3 languages, which is English, French, and Spanish. This should not be difficult to assemble. So you do your legs and arms, your ears, and then you sew it. The difficulty here will be the change of color. This is my third pattern. The pattern is mostly well written, a few errors. Let's start the crochet kit together. I found the head pattern to be a little bit tricky, a little bit advanced. I did try it a few times. I made some modifications. If you follow the other crochet kits from the same series, you will notice the row 1, I made some changes. You're going to do your magic ring with khaki. Do 3 single crochet, change color for the next 3 single crochet, slip stitch into the first stitch. This is the only time that we're going to keep our slip stitch. The rest of the patterns, we're going to remove the chain and we're going to remove the slip stitch because we're going to be working in a round. It's another way of crocheting amigurumi. Start by making your magic ring. Three single crochet, 1, 2. Just before you finish your third, change your yarn. So this last yarn over is going to be done with the gray yarn, and then you continue 3 more single crochet using the gray yarn. 1, 2, and 3. Now you're going to grab this tail, and this is the, oops, not that one. Oh, this is the tail. You're going to grab this tail and you're going to pull to close your ring. It looks weird, but that's what it is. Okay, next, since we are going to be changing colors, since we are going to be changing colors again, our next row starts with khaki. We're going to slip stitch into the first stitch. We're going to yarn over with the khaki and not the gray. So we're going to do our slip stitch, yarn over, and there we go. So now we're ready to start our next row, row 2. Okay, so this is how it looks like. Doesn't look like much, but for row 2, we're not going to be doing a chain and we're not going to be doing the slip stitch from now on. The stitch marker is very important. So let's do row 1. So row 1 is 2 single crochet, which is an increase in each of the stitches. You do 3 increases in khaki and 3 increases in gray. So this is my first increase. Place a stitch marker into the first stitch. And the next increase, remember, increase is 2 single crochet in the next same stitch. 1, 2. Next, it's this one here. It's a little bit tight. 1. And just before we finish this one off, since our next stitch is going to be gray, we're going to be using the gray for the last yarn over. And now we're ready for the next stitches or the next increase. 1, 2, 1, 2, and okay, so since this is our last single crochet in that color, we're going to yarn over with the khaki color like this. And now we're not going to do a chain, we're not going to do a slip stitch. We're going to start our next row right where the stitch marker is. Our next row is row number 3, and row number 3 is 1 single crochet followed by an increase 3 times in one color and 3 times in the next color. Let's remove our stitch marker. One. This is our first stitch marker. This is our first stitch. We're going to follow with an increase. 1, 2, single crochet, and then increase. 1, 2, single crochet, and our last increase. 1. And just before we finish off that stitch, we change colors. And now we're ready to do the gray side. Single crochet, increase. Single crochet, increase. Single crochet, increase. So this is row number 3. Now let's do row number 4 together. Oops. One thing I did forget is to change colors right here, so let's do that. There we go. Now we're ready for the next row. Our next row is row number 4, which is 2 single crochet followed by an increase 3 times with one color and 3 times with the next color, and we're going to start our row with where the stitch marker is. One, 2, and then your increase. One, 2, increase. 1, 2, increase, and this is our last stitch. We're going to change colors. And then we continue. 1, 2, increase. 1, 2, increase. 1, 2, increase, and we change colors. And this is how it looks like. You clearly see the parting of one color to the other. That's why I'm doing it this way, so we can see this parting clearly. So row number 5 is 3 single crochet followed by an increase on each side. Don't forget to change your color. And then once you're at row number 6, you just add the white color. And you continue on the rest. Let me just do this row number 5, and then I'll be back with row number 6 to show you how to add the white color. It's time for row number 6. In row number 6, it doesn't tell us like which stitch in the series of stitches on the line is white. So what I did is I took my box and I looked and I saw, okay, so my first white stitch is, there's only one, and the next row there's 2, and there's 2. So what would make sense? 4 single crochet increase, 10 single crochet, then there's this one little single crochet. That one little single crochet would be white, so I encircled it just to make sure, remember it. And then you change color again, so this would be khaki, white, and gray. So let's give that a try. And also, when you change color, try not to pull on your yarn too much so that it doesn't like buckle. It doesn't buckle your pattern like mine is buckling because I pulled too hard. Try to make it loose. But if it gets too much buckled, what you can do is you can actually cut these and tie them together. You just do a knot. Since this is inside, it will never show. 1, 2, 3, 4, single increase, 4, increase. Next, it tells us to do 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we're not going to finish it. We're going to change color right now because our next stitch is white. This. Now go into the next stitch. Start your stitch, but don't complete it. You have to change color again because our next stitch is going to be gray. So pick up your gray. There. And now you're good to start with your gray stitches. 3 single crochet. 1. See how only one white stitch is appearing. 1, 2, 3, and then increase. And I believe the next would be 10 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and this is 10. At 10 we're going to change color to our yellow color. Oops. This one. Because it's buckling, so I can go ahead and cut my yellow yarn and re-add it like this. Okay, now we're ready to start. You can tie them together. Where's the yellow yarn that I just cut? So this is the one here. Okay, and I can actually grab this one that is the closest, cut it in the middle, and I can tie those two together. This will stop the buckling. Because if you don't tie them, they'll get undone. Okay, now this one that I just uncut, I need to tie it with something else. I'm going to tie it with this one. There. And then so forth. So you can do the same thing with these. You can cut these, and then you can tie them with the tails that are loose. So it's up to you. You can leave it as is. Let's do the next row, and the rest should be all the same. From row number 7 and number 9, they're going to be done this way. 15 single crochet, khaki, 2 white, and 15 gray. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Let's make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So this one was the last one, so we needed to change the color to white. And then we do 2 white, 1. And this is our second. We're going to change color. Where's our gray? Here it is. And we're going to do 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. You change color. And there you have it. So this is way too much buckle. So before continuing, I will definitely cut the yarn in the middle and tie them together. So it's the buckle is removed. But this is basically how it is. Just follow the exact same steps and you should be okay for doing the rest of the face and body. When it comes time to doing the arms and the legs, you can do it normally with the chain and the slip stitch. Row number 13 done. I just wanted to stop and show you how this looks like. It's not perfect. I have this little stitch here that's a little bit too big, but I'm going to fix it at the end, so I'm not going to worry about it. I wanted to show you the inside, how this looks like. It's a mess, but that's okay. Everything is tied. There's no stitch that's going to become undone. So there we go. At this point, I would maybe start stuffing the head. Next rows, you'll be doing decreases before you start increasing again for the body. And also, don't forget to add your eyes and your nose before you're too far off. So eyes, nose before stuffing, and start stuffing. For the eyes, just follow the picture and you should be okay with the eyes. The most difficult part of this crochet kit is doing the head, doing the colors on the head so it looks decent. I had a few retries, had to restart over again, undo, redo, and this is what I got. So basically, once you're done, weave in the tail, and this is for the head and the body. I did do the ear. The ear is pretty straightforward. I just did one. I did not do both. If we look at the ear pattern, there was a little tiny mistake I want to show you, which is on line number 6, row number 6. It says you finish with 12 stitches. It's actually 15. That's the only thing that would make sense. So you start off with a magic ring, 6 single crochet inside your magic ring, and you follow the rest of the instructions with the chain and the slip stitch in each line. So let's go ahead and do this together. I'm not going to do the whole thing, just a few lines, and then I will show you how I finish this off. So again, do your magic ring, and then 6 single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Remove the tail from the loop, pull close, find your first stitch and slip stitch into it. And this is your first row. Second row, it says to chain and then 5 single crochet followed by an increase. Chain, 5 single crochet. This is 1. Don't forget your stitch marker. Where is it? Stitch marker in, then 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you do your increase, which is 2 single crochet in the same stitch. 1, 2. So you should now have 9 stitches. Make sure to count. Next, we're going to slip stitch into the first stitch that I made, or into the stitch where the stitch marker was. Chain 2 single crochet followed by an increase 2 times, chain, then 2 single crochet, 1, 2, increase, 1, 2, increase, and you finish with a single crochet. And then you slip stitch into the stitch where your stitch marker is. And there you go, another row made. Continue to the end. So this is the next ring. Now I forgot to video how I close this, so let me just show you how I did it. Using the leg. Now the leg, there's a front side to it, and since the leg is going to be attached or sewn this way, so this means that the leg will be closed like this. This is your middle. Okay, so let's take, and I did the same thing for the ear, by the way. That's how I close this, and that's how you're going to do the same thing with the arms as well. Close. Okay, so I'm going to go to one side, then go through the stitches that I just made so that I can go to the other side like this. And now this is ready to be sewn onto the body, just like this. Also, what I did is I only stuffed the foot and the arm, and I'm sorry, I only stuffed the foot and the hands. The leg and the arms I did not stuff. But this is your choice. If you want to stuff it, you can. This is the arm. If you notice the arm, there's a little front thing right there. Press these together. Make sure this is what I want. And then I'm going to sew this closed. Like this. And I'm going to do the same thing. This way it's way easier to sew onto the body. And there we go. So this is ready to be sewn onto the body, one side or the other. You can sew it like this. You can sew it more on the back, more on the front. It's up to you. I mean, there's no right way to do this. If you want to sew it like this, one thing I wanted to go through is the pattern. I did find a few mistakes. If you look at the hands on line number 7, line number 7 says 5 single crochet, a decrease, 5 single crochet, but that does not work out to 10 stitches. So the last 5 single crochet, change it to 4, and on the next row it's the same thing. Row number 8, it says 4 single crochet, 2 decrease, 4 single crochet, but this does not give you 9 stitches. What gives you 9 stitches is 4 single crochet, 1 decrease, 4 single crochet, which will give you 9. Now this is math. This is basic math. Crochet is math. Once you understand how to do the math, the crochet math, little errors like this will not stop you. And let's see, and there was another error right here. Same thing in row 7. So make sure to look at this, row 7 and also row 8. It's the same error as this one. It's the arms. It's the same error. Now let me just show you how I do the change of color. So we're going to start with the first row for the hands. We're going to do a magic ring with 6 single crochet inside. Oh, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so you're going to remove that tail from the loop. You're going to pull so you can close it, and then you're going to slip stitch into the first stitch. Oh, let me just grab this correctly. Like this. For row number 2. So row number 2 is a 6 increase. So in each of the 6 stitches, we're going to do 2 single crochets. So don't forget your chain. And then we start our increase. Don't forget your stitch marker. So that's 1 and then 2 for the increase on the first stitch. And then increase on the second, increase on the third, increase on the fourth, on the fifth, and on the sixth. So this should give you 12 single crochet. Oops, let's close this out. You're going to slip stitch into where your stitch marker was, And we're going to be ready to do row number 3. Whoop. There. Row number 3. So 3 and 4, you're going to be doing 12 single crochet in each of these rows. So don't forget your chain. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, next it's our slip stitch into where the stitch marker was, and we're going to do another row of 12 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Now I'm going to stop there I'm going to stop here because the next row is where we're going to change colors. We're going to be using a khaki color, not gray, it's the khaki color. And this is also the time where I'm going to weave in the tail. So I'm going to get this khaki color ready, like this. I'm going to start my slip stitch. I'm not going to yarn over with the pink, I'm going to yarn over with the khaki color. Like this. And I'm going to do my chain. I'm just going to pull on the thread or pull on the tails so that it closes. To do row 5 and 6, row 5 and 6 is 12 stitches. So this is, you're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Now before I do my next 12, I'm going to close, let's see, let's cut the pink yarn since we're not going to be using that pink yarn anymore. And then I'm going to tie these together, the pink and the khaki, so that it is fixed. It's not going to go anywhere. And then I'm going to continue and do the rest of the rows. And then when it's time, I'm going to change color and use my white color. And then once I'm at the end, I'm going to sew it like this is my arm. I'm going to sew it this way. Now once all of your parts are done, you still need to embroider the face. There's some eyebrows, there's a little part of the eye right here where it's white. Now this should be straight, so if you can actually do this straight, that would be good. There's whiskers. If you want to add more whiskers, the only thing that's missing is the tail. I have looked and looked and looked and there's no tail to this cat. This cat is missing a tail. This is really not funny, but yeah, no tail for the cat. I guess he did not have one when he was born. Aha. Okay, that's okay. But if you want to, you can add a tail to your cat. I'm not gonna add it because I want to do the exact cat, or close as could be cat, as what's in the kit. Here it is, my crochet friends. My little kitten all assembled, all completed. And if we look at the back here, how it looks, it's not perfect, but it is what it is. I love it. I love my little cat. What do I think about this kit? Now, this kit had enough yarn, enough stuffing, nothing was missing. The only thing I did not like is the crochet pattern itself. There was lots of mistakes. There's missing information how to do this correctly. I don't know how many times I restarted it and I figured it out. I did not follow the exact pattern like you saw. I did not do the chain and the slip stitch. I just crocheted in around to do the head and the body. However, for the ears, the arms, and the legs, I did follow the chain slip stitch method that's in the pattern. And also we do have a missing tail. I'm not too sure if they just forgot it, but you have enough yarn to go ahead and crochet your own little tail. I hope they enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Have yourself a great day. Take care. See you in the next video.